Hey everyone.
Hey,
Oh, I'm sorry.
that's okay. Well, welcome to the Planning and Zoning Commission for the town of Waterford for the meeting of May 12th, 2026. We have a few things on the agenda. It doesn't look too much heavy lifting, so hopefully it won't be too long. You want to call to order, Mark?
Sure. Okay, this is a web-based meeting, so we are operating under the following procedures. This meeting is being audio and video recorded. The video recording will be available within 24 hours and will be posted on the Town of Waterford's Planning Department website. To ensure good sound quality, the default rule for this meeting is that everyone will remain on mute unless they are speaking. If an attendee creates an audio or video disruption, the Zoom moderator may place them on mute or remove them from the meeting if the disruption continues. We will not use the chat feature in this meeting. Because there are public hearings associated with this meeting, public comment will only be accepted during the public hearing portion of the meeting. The chair will announce when the hearing is open and will ask for public comment. Public comment will not be accepted after the hearing is closed. We appreciate your attendance at this meeting. Should you have any questions about the process, you may call our staff at 860-444-5813 between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. And with that, I turn the meeting back over to the chair.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mark. Looks like for members, there's Tim Condorino and Karen Barnett and myself. Victor Eversole and Tim Bleasdale are absent. So we will appoint Doris Crum and Mike Elbaum to sit for tonight's meeting. So we'll have a board of five. Great. We have item number two, approval of the April 7th, 2026 meeting minutes. Anyone?
I'll make a motion to approve meeting minutes. What would we have for a date on that?
The April 7th.
I apologize, April 7th, 2026.
I'll second.
Okay, motion made by Tim Condorino, seconded by Karen Barnett. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye, aye,
Okay, 5-0. Item number three, application receipt. We have a PL-26-9 request of Aikido. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. New London County LLC, applicant for special permit approval for private educational institution use for property located at 131 Boston Post Road, CG zone, in accordance with section 8.2.4 of the zoning regulations. That application was received on 4/21/26. Public hearing required by 6/25/26. And we will have that public hearing this evening. Next is PL-26-10, request of Yost Family Realty LLC, owner and applicant for a modified site plan review and approval for development of a net 1,900 plus or minus square foot storage addition to the existing building on property located at 1018 Hartford Turnpike, IG zone, in accordance with sections 11 and 22 of the zoning regulations, and as shown on plans entitled Site Plan Modification Plan 1018 Hartford Turnpike, Waterford, Connecticut, prepared for Yost Family Realty LLC. Last revision, April 13th, 2026. Application was received on April 21st, 2026, and action required by 6/25/26. And we will be acting on that application this evening too. Third one is PL-26-11, request of Mathon Fund 1, liquidating trust, owner and applicant to change the zone for a portion of the 188-acre parcel property located at 140 Waterford Parkway South from IP1 General Industrial Park to IMF Industrial Multifamily and R40 Low Density Residential in accordance with section 28 of the zoning regulations and shown on plans entitled Request for Zone Change 140 Waterford Parkway South, prepared for Mathon Fund 1, liquidating trustee, owner, applicant, proposed zone change plan dated 5/5/26. And yeah, we've received that. We will not be acting on that tonight. Is that true, Mark?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, we have a representative from them here, right? But
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he is here, I believe, just to witness the receipt.
Okay. So we've received it.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Item number 4, public hearing PL-26-7 application of Alex Moronovas to amend the zoning regulations section 6A.6 to increase the maximum building height in village residential VR zone districts from 20 feet to 25 feet. Public hearing required by 5/28/26. Before I open the, actually, I'll open the public hearing. Do we need a motion on that to open it? No.
No, it's
No.
already scheduled for public hearing tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll open the public hearing. And Mark, do you have a exhibit list?
Yes. The exhibit list for application PL 26-7 for the regulation amendment regarding building height in VR zone districts. Exhibit 1 is the application package. Exhibit 2, Town of Waterford zoning regulations, section 6A, revised through effective date March 10th, 2026. Exhibit 3, public hearing notice to run in the Day newspaper, Tuesday, April 28th, 2026, and Tuesday, May 5th, 2026. Exhibit 4, referral letters to the Southeastern Connecticut Council of Governments, and a referral to DEEP, Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. Exhibit 5, copy of the application to the town clerk's office. Exhibit 6 is the response of the referral to the Southeastern Connecticut Council of Governments. Exhibit 7 is a response for the referral from Connecticut DEEP. And Exhibit 8 is the staff report. That's it.
Okay, great. Is there anybody here on behalf of application PL-26-7, application of Alex Moronovas?
I'm here, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Would you like to present your application now?
Certainly, yes. Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, before I begin, I apologize for my voice. I've been sick for over the past few days. My name is Alex Moronovas. I'm an engineer with more than 25 years of experience working with architectural and engineering companies on projects involving building systems, infrastructure, and regulatory compliance. I'm here today to present the proposed amendment to section 6A.6 regarding maximum building height in the VR districts. I have been studying and working through this issue for approximately 2 years, following a building permit application, including review of the zoning regulations, floodplain requirements, and the practical impact on residential design within the VR districts. I understand the Commission has reviewed the statement of purpose, but I would like to briefly reiterate several important points. The current 20-foot height limitation was adopted in August of 2002, reducing the previous 25-foot limit. Based on the materials I reviewed from that process, I could not identify substantial technical, engineering, architectural, environmental, or flood resiliency findings supporting that reduction. Let me share my screen.
Oh, okay. Let me co-host you.
If you may, yeah.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Okay. During my review of the 2002 amendment materials, I also found comments submitted at that time indicating that reducing the maximum height from 25 feet to 20 feet would significantly limit design alternatives while having no public safety impact. I believe those observations remain relevant today. Since then, floodplain construction requirements have become significantly more demanding. In FEMA-designated flood zones, homes must be elevated to comply with base flood elevation and freeboard requirements. In practice, this consumes a substantial portion of the currently permitted building height before any habitable living space is created. As a result, many conventional two-story residential designs that are otherwise consistent with established character of the surrounding VR neighborhoods have become difficult or impractical to construct and in compliance with the current regulations. Importantly, this issue is not limited only to properties directly affected by BFE elevation requirements. Even for properties outside flood zone constraints, many typical two-story residential designs that would otherwise support and match the established neighborhood character are now non-compliant under the current 20-foot limitation. I respectfully ask the Commission to consider restoring the previous 25-foot standard as a balanced and reasonable adjustment that reflects modern construction realities while preserving the established residential character of the community. I invited my builder, Paul Oliveira, to attend tonight's meeting and provide a professional opinion based on his broad construction experience. I believe his perspective may help explain the practical design and construction limitation that future homeowners, current property owners, and builders face under the current 20-foot maximum height restriction. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. So you said you asked your builder to come. Is he here?
He is here.
Oh, he is. Okay. Okay, Mr. Marinovas, thank you. Could you stop sharing your screen so we can?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And is this application for you?
That is correct.
Okay, and so I'm just always curious as to why we're doing something. So is it for a property that you have in mind in the Village Residential District?
That is correct, yes.
Oh, and where's that property?
This is on 10 Shore Drive.
10 where?
10 Shore Drive.
Shore Drive, okay.
Yep.
Okay, would your builder like to talk to? Or is there any questions? I'm sorry, is there any questions for Mr. Marinovas from the commission? No, okay. Do you have your builder here? And would you like to address the commission?
Paul,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
we can hear you, Paul.
Thank you, Planning Board. I'll make it very, very brief. I'm Paul Oliveira from Avalon Building Systems. We did the drawings for Mr. Marinovas' property, and what he's looking to build is very tasteful and very reasonable. We have built many homes along the shoreline in Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, a lot for Hurricane Sandy victims. And as Mr. Marinovas stated, with the FEMA baseline requirements now being elevated, you cannot build a reasonable structure, when you comply with those FEMA elevations. All that's you're really left is essentially a first floor with a flat roof. So you're building nothing but boxes. What Mr. Marinovas is looking to build and looking for, again, for the zoning change is for reasonable homes to be built. Something that can be, again, tasteful for the neighborhood and also something that can be, lived in comfortably. And that's really all I have to offer. I think what Mr. Marinovas is looking to do is, again, something very, very reasonable and good for the community now and for the future as well. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions from the commission for Mr. Oliveira? Okay, Mr. Marinovas, do you have anybody else for the application?
My wife is also present. We kind of applied together, but she's not going to speak. She's just present.
Okay, great. So nobody else for the application. Okay, let me ask any member of the public for PL-26-7. Does any member of the public wish to address the commission with respect to application of Alex Marinovas to amend the zoning regulations section 6A.6 to increase the maximum building height in Village Residential VR zone districts from 20 to 25 feet? Is there anybody that would like to speak? Okay, I'm going to ask you 2 more times. Would any member of the public wish to address the commission with respect to PL-26-7 application of Alex Marinovas to amend the zoning regulations section 6A.6 to increase the maximum building height in Village Residential VR zone districts from 20 to 25 feet? Okay, and one more time, is any member of the public wish to address the commission with respect to PL-26-7 application of Alex Marinovas to amend the zoning regulations Section 6A.6 to increase the maximum building height in village residential VR zone districts from 20 to 25 feet. Okay, seeing none, is there a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second.
PL 26-7.
Okay, motion made by Tim Condorino, seconded by Karen Barnett. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Okay, thank you. Why don't we just move that right up to application review and just address this right now?
Greg,
Yes.
sorry, Karen, I have one question for Mark about
Yeah,
this.
let me just,
Sure.
is it about this?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's just move that amount over. Let's
okay.
address
So
that
just-
first, and then you can ask the questions. So we're going to move the application review of PL-26-7, application of Alex Marinovas to amend the zoning regulations, section 6A.6, to increase the maximum building height in village residential VR zone districts from 20 to 25 feet. Oh, we can open up discussion. Karen, go ahead.
So I think I have a question for Mark that should this pass tonight, it does not affect any application until the June 5th date. Is that correct? You're muted.
That's correct.
Okay. I just wanted to double check that this isn't going to cause like a flurry of changes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, is there any other questions for Mark? If not, can we have a motion? We can discuss the motion.
I have a quick question, Greg.
Sure. Tim Connery.
Mark, it's my understanding as of now, building height in FEMA areas is measured from the first floor elevation, correct? Excluding the structure below the first floor to get to the elevation 14?
Now, building height is measured from the base flood elevation of the zone. And it's measured from, it starts at 2 feet above the base flood elevation. So in other words, when you come in to construct a home in a flood zone, in a FEMA flood district, your building height measurement doesn't start until 2 feet above base flood. Now, naturally, base flood elevation, you can't have any floors or living space below that anyway. So,
And that elevation is so 2 feet above base flood, but no tie to the 14 foot.
no higher than, I'm sorry, what was that again?
There's no tie or no relation to that 14 foot above base flood, correct?
I don't know where the 14 feet comes in, but that is whatever base flood elevation is different all across town, all across the flood zones.
Right. Okay.
So whatever that base flood elevation is, some areas it could be 14, could be 12, okay? But we're measuring from that base flood. We're not measuring from the ground. And we start 2 feet above that base flood elevation.
Okay, thank you.
Does that answer your question, Tim? Because I'm not sure we were clear on the 14, but you're good. Okay. Any other questions for Mark? I just have one for you then, Mark. Where do you see this as being a problem in any of the VR districts?
Honestly, I don't, because the commission found years ago, right? It used to be 25 feet measured. And then that had changed, reduced down to 20. So I think getting it back to where it was, I really don't see any issues. So I don't see a problem with this.
Karen, you have something?
I have one follow-up. In terms of the ADUs in town, I feel like we've had some conversation in the past about building height with ADUs. Will this have an impact on that?
They would still be treated the same as a single family house when it comes to building height, because so the 25 feet is still measured the way it is. So,
And if there's a non-conforming existing, could they make an improvement with this new height?
there was a non-conforming existing, they could, let me because ADUs, I wasn't looking at ADUs on here, but
Sorry, I'm going back a few years. We had a thing down in that neighborhood where somebody had like a pre-existing garage that they wanted to do an ADU and they wanted to build up, but the garage was like basically on the property line and the neighbors were worried about it like looming over them. And I know it's kind of a corner case, but I'm just curious if this would apply to them as well, if they were to put it in like a new application.
well, this application, the 25 feet is for
Yard.
residential buildings, right? Yeah, right, in
Right.
the PR district. So an ADU is considered a residential building.
Okay.
Okay, so it would still be measured the same way that a house would be measured for.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Doris or Mike, anything, questions?
No questions.
Thank you. Mike?
No questions.
Okay, is there anybody want to make a motion? Tim, you look like you want to make a motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that the commission approve application PL 26-7 to amend the zoning regulation section 6A.6 to increase the maximum building height in the village residential districts from 20 to 25 feet by adopting the findings 1 through 4 of the staff report, which was dated May 12th, 2026, with an effective date of June 5th, 2026.
Great, thank you. Motion made by Tim Condorino. Is there a second?
I'll
I'll
second.
second.
Seconded by Doris Crum. Is there any discussion on the motion? No. Okay. Call for a vote. All in favor?
All right,
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I heard 5, so there's no opposition. It's been approved 5-0. Thank you, Mr. Marinovas, for bringing this forward, doing the work and bringing that forward. I think it will help out a lot of people in the VR districts. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, next is public hearing PL-26-9, request of Aikido, New London County LLC, applicant for special permit approval for a private educational institution used for property located at 131 Boston Post Road, CG zone, in accordance with section 8.2.4 of the zoning regulations. Do we have an applicant here for that?
I am here. My name is
Okay.
Crystal Aldrich. I'm the owner
Chris
of.
Aldrich. Okay, give us 1 second. And Mark, do you have a exhibit list?
I do. Okay, this is for application PL-26-9 at 131 Boston Post Road. Martial Arts Studio Special Permit Exhibit List. Exhibit 1, Application Package. Exhibit 2, Notice of Public Hearing to the applicant dated April 22nd, 2026. Exhibit 3, Public Hearing Notice run in the Day newspaper, Tuesday, April 28th, 2026, and Tuesday, May 5th, 2026. Exhibit 4 is a Statement of Use, Aikido, New London County. Exhibit 5, Staff Report. Exhibit 6 were certificates of mailing. That's all.
Okay. Great. Ms. Aldrich, the floor is yours if you'd like to put forth your application or start your presentation.
Sure. This is my first time ever doing one of these, so I'm really good, as I say, throwing people on the ground and showing people to throw people on the ground, but not so much explain all the other great stuff. So thank you for your patience with me. Basically, we would like to switch our location over to 131 Boston Post Road from 316 Boston Post Road. We're currently in the Jordan Brook Plaza. We are very connected to the community. We've won first place in the day. We do a lot of free self-defense for women in the community, etc., as well as I'm connected to local things. So we're just looking to switch our location. We do feel like it would match everything, as you can see in our use thing that I think is your first exhibit, that we align with everybody's values, as well as The concerns that most people are worried about is traffic and parking and water usage. Previously, the space was a hair salon, so we use a lot less water than they do. And our hours are actually against everyone in the plaza. So we're more in the evening. Everyone seems to be more in the day. The plaza dies around 3 o'clock. And we don't start classes until 4:45 at the earliest. And I usually am in the space around 4.
Okay. I just want to, you said 131, right? Boston Post Road?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
because this says 137 Boston Post Road, right? Mark?
It should say 131. It should be the Wyndham Hill parking or Wyndham Hill Plaza.
Okay, on the staff report, I guess says 137, but you're talking 131. You're talking in the plaza where the shack is, next to the shack.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything else, or do you have anybody else for your presentation?
It's just me. Everybody's holding down the fort tonight.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Ms. Aldrich? No one? Okay. We can open up the public hearing to the public. Is there any member of the public that would wish to address the commission with respect to PL-26-9, request of Aikido New London County LLC applicant for a special permit approval for a private educational institution used for property located at 131 Boston Post Road, CG zone, in accordance with section 8.2.4 of the zoning regulations? Anybody that'd like to address that? Okay, I'm going to ask a second time. Is there any member of the public that would wish to address the commission with respect to PL-26-9, request of Aikido New London County LLC applicant for special permit approval for private educational institution use for property located at 131 Boston Post Road, CG zone, in accordance with section 8.2.4 of the zoning regulations? Okay, and one more time, is there any member of the public that wishes to address the commission with respect to PL-26-9, request of Aikido New London County LLC applicant for special permit approval for a private educational institution used for property located at 131 Boston Post Road, CG zone, in section 8.2.4 of the zoning regulations? Okay, not seeing anyone. Is there a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll motion to close the public hearing.
A motion made by Doris. Is there a second?
Second. I'll second.
Seconded by Mike Elbaum. All in favor of closing the public hearing?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, let's just move this right over to application review as well. For PL-26-9, this is application review for the request of Aikido New London County LLC applicant for special permit approval for a private educational institution used for property located at 131 Boston Post Road, CG zone, in accordance with section 8.2.4 of the zoning regulations. Are there any questions of the commission for Mark? No. Okay. Anybody want to make a motion? We can discuss it. Anyone?
I'll make a motion to approve special permit PL 26-9 for a private educational institution for Aikido New London County LLC located at 131 Boston Post Road with condition 1, and to adopt the findings 1 through 4 of the staff report dated May 12th, 2026.
I'll second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. All in favor? No, I'm sorry. Is there any discussion on the motion?
I just ask a question. I may be out of order on this.
We may not be able to answer it, but go ahead.
Okay, it's okay if you can't. With the wording for that, with the memorandum on this, can we just change one word to standard classes instead of just classes, so we make sure that we are aligned? I like to follow rules, so I just want to make sure that the wording is for standard classes.
As opposed to
We do stuff for the community a lot, and I don't want to limit for the community if we do something like a free self-defense event, like in the evening, telling, people that we can have 26 or 27 women. The space is twice the space of what I'm currently in, so we can host them in there, and the parking lot is bigger than my current space. That was just my only concern, is if we could just add the word standard into the memorandum. If that's not appropriate, I apologize.
I'm not, just so I'm clear, we can kind of see if we can do that, but where are you saying to add that? I'm not exactly sure.
The motion specifically said, as long as class sizes shall be limited to 25 students.
I think it's the first condition, Greg.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's the only condition that seems to be outside the box of all the other
And
ones.
that was going to be my question, actually. Was why we picked 25. Is there a...
Well, okay, so let us, Ms. Aldrich, let us discuss that as a commission, but thank you for the input, and we'll, it's something that probably should have been in the record of the public hearing, but we'll see, because since Karen was going to bring it up anyway, I guess, so that's where we'll address it. Thank you. Go ahead, Karen.
No, I just wanted to ask why 25, just to mark if it was a parking lot issue or if it was a from the applicant, or why 25?
Yeah, the 25 came from the applicant in her statement of use, where she addresses traffic considerations. 23.5.5, she says a typical class size range from approximately 5 to 10. With this move, we anticipate 10 to 25 students. So that's where that came from, the 25.
Okay. So I think with that in mind, I don't see a problem adding to the condition, the standard class size is 25. If they want to have a one-off special event thing, certainly not like 50 people, but no more than 30 maybe. I don't know how you guys want to craft that.
Well, I think the given the fact that the classes are going to be held after most of the businesses have, are closed, it's going to open up a lot of spaces. There are approximately 75 to 80 parking spaces there now, total. So I don't know about necessarily at that point then. I think just changing it to a standard size would be fine, instead of trying to limit, those other events that she's been talking about.
Okay. So we just changed condition 1 to say standard class size shall be 25 students.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not sure that addresses, if that addresses what she was.
I think we might need to add a second condition at that point for this one-off stuff, right?
Well, what would the parking requirement be on this, Mark?
So the parking requirement is similar to what was there previously, to the hairdresser. Parking requirement for this, let's see, based on the Institute of Traffic Engineers parking generation manual. This was the karate studio classrooms would be 0.9 spaces per 175 square feet. The personal service, which was the hairdresser, was 1 space per 175. So it was very, very similar to what was there. So it wouldn't necessarily have been a conflict anyway. And I think the fact that the events are being held after a lot of the businesses have closed, even further supports that.
So do we need to have this limit on the class size then at all?
Not necessarily. I mean, like I said, this just came from the
Applicant.
yeah.
I mean,
so we have a motion in front of us now. Does anybody want to amend that or not amend it, or?
What if we were to amend it, just removing that condition, which is, let me find it again.
Condition 1.
Yeah, condition 1, we're just removing that altogether and leaving it be. The traffic manual supports parking spots based on the square footage of the building, and we don't have any current restrictions on anyone else in the mall for attendees. The Shack obviously has more than 25 people at a time. And in light of the hours that she's operating, I don't see where there would be a problem if anyone else has.
I'll second that amendment.
Okay, did you actually make it, Tim?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you moved to amend the motion to delete condition number 1.
Correct.
Okay, so the motion as amended is to approve special permit PL-26-9 for a private educational institution for Aikido New London County LLC located at 131 Boston Post Road, and to adopt the findings 1 through 4 of the staff report dated May 12, 2026. That's the motion in front of us, right?
Correct.
All right, so Tim Condorino amended his previous motion, and the amended motion was seconded by Karen Barnett. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. No opposition. 5-0. Congratulations, Mr. Aldrich. Good luck in your new location. I think it's a great spot for you. Thanks. Take care. Okay. Next one is just application review, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so we have an application review, PL-26-10, request of Yost Family Realty LLC, owner and applicant, for a modified site plan review and approval for development of a net 1,900 plus or minus square foot storage addition to the existing building on property located at 1018 Hartford Turnpike, IG zone in accordance with section 11 and 22 of the zoning regulations, and as shown on plans entitled Site Plan Modification Plan 1018 Hartford Turnpike, Waterford, Connecticut, prepared for Yost Family Realty LLC. Last revision, April 13th, 2026. Action required by 6/25/26. So, do we have an applicant?
Yes, for the commission, Bob DeLuca with CLA Engineers representing the applicant Yost Family Realty.
Okay.
I'm a professional engineer at CLA in Norwich. With me also is Jay Starbuck, the architect, and John Carlin and Eric Kemp with Carlin Construction.
Okay. Who's gonna present for you?
I will present. I will be sharing my screen.
Okay.
Can you see this site plan?
Right. We can.
Okay. So this is the existing building at 1018 Hartford Turnpike, which is Route 85. Where my mouse is, this is the entrance to the Public Works garage, which it shares. I think you're probably mostly all familiar with this location in this building. This is an existing 8,500 square foot building, and it has access off this shared driveway with Public Works. What's proposed? A little touchy here. All right, what's proposed is the orange area, which is a 3,200 square foot addition. The area underneath, 1,300 square foot of the existing building is being demolished. And so the 3,200 square foot addition will create a net increase of 1,900 square feet. The existing footprint underneath is a low-level storage area right now, which is not functioning to its optimum. It needs a higher eave height for them to store more material, and this increase is for storage material only. There's no increase in employees here. I apologize. So this plan represents about a 1,900 square foot addition. We are also, right now, there's a dumpster pad here that's being moved over slightly. We meet parking requirements, and the loading area hasn't changed. There's an existing loading dock right here where I'm showing the mouse. We had a couple comments from staff, which we addressed, had to do with relocating an existing fence that was on town property, also maintaining an existing drainage swale on the property. The architect is also here if you have any questions about the construction of the look of the building, but we did submit architectural plans also. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Do you have anybody else to present?
The architect also, and I can flip to his plans. Jay, are you on?
Yes, I am. Good evening.
Okay. You tell me what you want to look at, Jay, with these.
So we have submitted full building plans. So we're basically, as Bob said, taking down an existing lower height storage building that's not accessed from the main building. We're proposing a new prefabricated metal building tucked behind the existing storage building. So it's the same metal panel that would be on the main building.
Okay. Is that it?
That's relatively straightforward. We are including 2 bathrooms in the addition because we are in that part that we're taking down. That's where their existing bathrooms are. So we're just replacing those 2 facility use bathrooms.
Great.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else on behalf of the applicant?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Mr. DeLuca, could you stop screen sharing for me?
Yep.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Any questions for the applicant from anyone?
I
Any
have
questions
one
from-
question. I have
Yep.
one question. When
Go
would
ahead.
the demolition and construction begin, and how long would that take?
I will let Carlin field that question. Eric or John, do you want to answer that?
They're both on mute.
No.
Good evening. This is John Carlin. With regard to the question, the demolition of that structure would be the first order of business once we start the project. We're, assuming if we did get approval tonight, we have to still submit for a building permit. That process is probably at least 30 days. So the demolition would follow shortly thereafter. I don't know if Eric can comment. I don't recall the exact duration of the project. Do you recall that, Eric?
I think it'll be approximately 4 months.
Okay.
4 to 5 months.
Yeah, 4 to 5 months.
Doris, does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions for any member of the applicant's team? No. Okay. Is there a motion to be had here? Or any questions for Mark either?
I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve the modified site plan for Yost Home Improvement application PL 26-10 at 1018 Hartford Turnpike, and to adopt findings 1 and 2 of the staff report dated May 12th, 2026.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Before we get into the discussion on it, I just want to put something on the record for me. I am currently dealing with Carlin Construction and CLA as I guess I would say the client, as Safe Futures is building 2 doors down from this project. I'm the president of the board of directors for Safe Futures, so I would consider, I guess, myself the client of those two. It won't affect my vote. I'm not going to recuse myself for this project. I just want to put that on the record just so everybody knows. Is there any discussion on the motion? No. Okay, let's call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any
Aye.
opposed? I'm sorry, I didn't. Was somebody speaking? No. So everybody was in favor? Any opposed? No. Okay, great. It's a nice addition for Quality Waterford business. Good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Next is administrative review.
We have nothing.
Okay. Item number 7, correspondence.
No correspondence.
Item number 8, commission business review of past months and ongoing projects.
Yes, I have a list to go over.
I see Bestway is open. That's cut down on questions to me considerably from people. Is wondering what's happening when it's opening, but it's open, so that's great.
Yeah, really, it is all around. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, first on the list, the Congregation Bethel. The commission approved a site plan for that. We are awaiting Mylars to be delivered for signature. Secondly, Elite Auto Services, 17 Industrial Drive. The commission approved that at the last meeting. Again, awaiting Mylars for that as well. Thirdly, I'd like to give you updates on Electric Boat Crystal Mall. The Mylars were submitted, signed, and filed. So that gives them the start to apply for building permits. They're looking for an administrative OSTA, which is the Office of the State Traffic Administration, looking for an administrative approval for limited work to start. They're going to be working in the Bed Bath & Beyond section of the mall to prepare that for a temporary workforce training. So there's some selective demolition that they're going to be doing there, in addition to Sears, because that will end up being renovated for their permanent workforce training facility there. So administrative approval from OSTA, just limited to that work. We haven't seen the permit yet. We're expecting to see that copy of that by Friday. So that will limit them to the work there. They hold weekly meetings that I attend every week to be sure that they are on schedule and that our phasing approach, our phasing plan, and the site work gets done appropriately. And that site work that they're doing gets aligned with the completion of phases in this project. So we're working closely with them on that, and so far everything's been going pretty well. Restaurant Depot, commission approved that one. That was a site plan approval. Mylars have been filed. We're waiting for an application for building permits on that one. There was a single family coastal area management application that was approved a little while ago for Ridgewood Avenue. That Mylars we just received today, so that they will be prepped for the chair's signature. The 3-lot subdivision on 97 Spithead Road, the commission granted an extension of filing for another 90 days. That was at the last meeting. We're still awaiting Mylars. That filing extension runs out on July 12th. The second one I have is, the airport rezone. You will be receiving the packets and packages from that application shortly. I'm waiting for additional copies to be able to distribute out to everyone. Once those come in, we'll be sending them right off to you. We have a preliminary application in for a modified site plan approval for a business office at 152 Crossroad. This is the location of the Griggs and Brown building on Crossroads. And behind there's a proposal to construct a garage which is going to be utilized by a plumbing contractor there. So that is right now in preliminary review. We're waiting for comments back, or addressing the comments that we sent out to the engineer on that. That's it for applications, but to let you know, the P&Z budget was approved last night at the RTM meeting. Final action on the overall town budget is tomorrow. So that budget went through with no issues. The POCD draft is almost finished. I want to bring you up to date on that for distribution to the commission. Changes have occurred in town that have been coming up pretty quickly, such as our focus area on Crystal Mall has had to be redone because now EB owns it and it's no longer what we were considering as a mixed-use development. So that's being that's being updated. There's a new housing bill that came down from Hartford. Those issues are going to be addressed in the draft as well. Millstone, since the focus area that was in the draft on Millstone really focused on the data centers to go in there. Well, that's not happening now, data centers. So that's being redone, the focus area. So kind of in a way, and this is when I made the presentation last night to RTM, we're in draft mode still. So we have opportunities to update and to align the changes at this point. So once those are done, I'm working on those. I'll get those out as soon as I'm finished on them. We have a new planner on board. We hired a new planner who starts on Thursday. He's from Westbrook. He didn't make it to tonight's meeting, but he's going to start on Thursday. So we'll be almost back up to full scale, full force. We also have a new recording secretary that's going to be on board as well. It's Cassie Grote, and she will be working she's been working in our office since July of 2025. She's shifting over from conservation to planning and zoning. So once all that is taken care of, you'll be seeing her and getting all your emails and correspondence through Cassie. So that's it, what I have for now.
Is Katrina here?
Yes, she is.
Yeah. Sorry to see you not as our recording secretary, because you've done a great job. You've been fantastic with keeping us current on everything and the minutes, agendas. It's been great.
Thank you very
I
much.
can't see you there, but I think you're there somewhere. The office is so friendly. If anybody's been in the office is upbeat, friendly, accommodating. It's really been a refreshing change. So things are going pretty well. And I can't remember any time that so much has happened in the town of Waterford as what we've got going on right now. I don't know. Do you remember a time, Mark, when there's been this much activity?
Not like this. Not, it's been a rush, and it's not just, regular activity. It's big stuff going on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm beat, but I'm excited.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff. So, all right. Anything else?
I had a quick question. Mark, you mentioned that Elite in the industrial park, there's no Mylars yet. It looks to be that they're working out of the building.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Maybe a check.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. I'll look into that. Thank you.
Where was that, Tim?
That was the AAA place in the industrial park. I saw a lot of their trucks around recently, and then I was in there yesterday and again today, and there's 8 or 10 cars in the parking lot. It looks like they're working on it there.
Okay.
Are there any enforcement actions going on right now in the town?
We do have some enforcement action going on. Residential violations mostly. We have one that's been still in court right now. It's a hoarding situation that we're dealing with. Trying to think what else Wayne might be working on.
Is there an issue with the boat storage? I was getting calls on that.
Yeah, actually, I've been speaking with not the owner, but the person that wants to operate a boat storage facility there, which in the zone district they can do. They just have to get approval for doing that. I sent that off to our zoning official. I'll get you an update on that, see where he lands with that.
Okay. All right. Any other questions for Mark or anything? No. All right. Enjoy the nice weather this week, and we'll see you guys soon.
Okay.
Hey, motion to adjourn. We need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to
Second.
adjourn.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Karen, seconded by Mike. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Aye.
Good night.